Finally back to where it was. And yeah, we're gonna get things moving. Let's play e5. I've been playing e5 lately. No offense to my Pirc buddies, but it's e5 time. What is this? Okay, this is Scotch Gambit. I hate these positions. I hate these positions so much. They're so boring. They make me want to quit chess. They make me want to throw in the old towel and quit the game. Right here, I guess we have to take. I mean, okay, wait. If we castle here and they take, yeah, are we losing material there? We are losing material there. All right, so let's take. I don't even know where to go. This is a very good practical weapon. Yeah, this is a very good practical weapon to be playing because I don't know where to go. And I'm sure that if I put my queen on the wrong square, I could be in trouble. All right, here let's play. I think I definitely have to stop knight d5 as soon as I possibly can. If he plays knight d5, I'll just give him the bishop pair. There. Now let's play bishop f6. Start asking him the questions. I think that was definitely a mistake because if he plays rook e4, I take here. Bro's in some trouble. Rook d3. Let's just castle here. Just get out of the way. Be happy that we survived that. I think he definitely had some initiative there at one point. Okay, bishop f5, rook d5. Let's start with bishop g4. Let's just poke him around. Start by poking this rook, then we'll poke this other rook. If he plays f3, he's making a weakness. All right, now I can already play rook d8. There, that's not going to do anything though. He's really trying to make this whole attack work. But in doing so, he's committing his pieces to really awkward squares, and so he's actually taking on a lot of risk. Because if the attack doesn't work, he's just going to have like a few... I just can't speak English anymore. He's going to have a few pieces misplaced. There. All right, where are we going to go? I mean, we could take... There should be something better, though. How can we start attacking his weaknesses? Let's start with h5. Just push this rook around. This knight is bad. It is a bad piece. His queen is tied to this pawn also. Due to struggling, bishop g5, I just play h4. He has nothing. Yeah, I have way too many bishops around my king side. He has no attack to speak of. All right, we're just going to play h4. There. Can't I take? If I take, he takes. I throw in a check. He goes king h2. I play queen d6. Yeah, he is in some trouble here. Dude is definitely in the dragon's den with this one. Throw in a check. Throw in a check here. He has to play g3. And now we take. Rook takes. Now I play bishop g6. This is my idea. His king is ultimately a lot weaker than mine is. Like, don't get me wrong, this does look a little dangerous, but here we play, can we start with queen c6? Actually, wait, rook e5. I'm not sure. How do we do this? Well, queen d4 actually looks perfect. Look at that. Hitting f2, hitting h4. Hitting a bunch of different squares here. If he plays h5, I can at least play rook e5. At least. I might be able to take on f2, though I'm not... Actually, that wouldn't be good. He'd play rook g2 there. A big part of my domination here is just the fact that his knight cannot move at all. Look at that. It's completely covered. Cannot go to a single square. And it's completely on the wrong side of everything. Okay, there. Start with rook e5. Yeah, if he wants to trade queens, I'll trade queens. There, I just take. That was just a blunder. No draw, man. I play to win. All right, there we go. There we go. How many black games am I going to get? This is like 3 black games in a row. Okay, here we'll play d6. We'll go for the Pirc. Got to give some love to my Pirc buddies. Pirc gang united. We'll play b5. I don't even know what the theory is here. I never know what we'll play b4. I've gotten this position before. Yeah, I've gotten this exact position. I literally got this exact position against him. And I played c5 here, and we're going to play bishop b7 and bishop d5. This is literally in one of my previous videos. It probably was recorded like a week and a half ago. c4, okay, we'll play bishop e4 here. I could have also taken on d4. He's up a pawn, but it's relatively useless. We'll play knight c6 here. His queen is misplaced. Bro's queen is definitely misplaced here. I'm trying to take this pawn. There. Let's play knight b4 now. This bishop is locked out, right? So it's actually, we need to be a little bit careful. If we do it too incorrectly, we could be in trouble. There. All right, what are we going to do here? I could take and then take on a2, but he's going to take on c5. But then, no, I play queen c7 there. That's okay. All right, yeah, let's go for that. Do have to be a little bit careful here. Definitely have to be a little bit careful, but I think everything is okay. We'll play queen, was queen c7 or queen d7 better? Let's play queen c7 to support rook b8. Also, I have queen a5 now. Knight is coming to c3. He has to play, all right, I'll play queen a5 here. What's all the fuss about? There, let's play queen. That's a good move. I completely missed that, but okay, here. We could play knight c3, he plays queen c2. Knight c3, queen c2, I play rook b8. This is a weird position. I could also play knight b4. Yeah, why am I not doing that? Knight b4, I have no problems. This could be a very potent passer. He needs to be very careful here. I think it's still technically equal because my pieces are still a bit discombobulated. But yeah, I think I have more practical chances here. I could also think about just poking fun at d3. There. All right, can we just go back to d8? Yeah, let's just do this. Push the rook out. I'm going to play a5 next. This rook is actually locked in here. I think he's going to have quite some trouble now. All right, what are we going to do here? I can just take. Yeah, let's just take the pawn. I'm going to move right back after. There. Let's play bishop f6. He wants to trade, I'll trade. Rook d7. That's a good move. That's a very good move. I completely missed that. All right, well, I'm just going to sack the exchange. I think I have good compensation here because this pawn is really strong. Yeah, this pawn is really, really strong here. If this pawn starts moving, he's in a ton of trouble. There. All right, let's play. He wants to play h5. I think I just need to start pushing. Let's play knight b2. I got to just get this queen out of the way. I think I can just play a4. Or actually, let's play rook b8 here. Just trade. Yeah, this pawn is going to win the game. I need to be a bit careful because he does have a queen, but my king is very secure here. Bishop is a fantastic protector. There. That's a good move. But here we could just play rook e8. Yeah, we'll play rook e8 here. His queen is in the wrong direction here. I should have brought the other rook to b8. Well, no, then he plays rook a7. This is a bit strange. All right, a4. Start pushing him. Give me that pawn. I'm definitely taking that pawn. We'll play a3 here. If he takes, I play a2. Yeah, he is in a lot of trouble here. Knight g5. All right, just take, just get rid of one less piece. Okay, my knight just has to go here. If my knight can go here, it's the end of the game. Wait, how are we going to get the knight there? If we play knight b2, he takes. How does my knight get to b4? It has to go to d5, but how does it get to d5? Okay, we'll just play knight e5 here. That was really silly of me. He can play rook b3. But okay, honestly, I'm doing well. I just need to focus. He still can't do much. All right, rook d8. I'll put the rook on d7. Uh-oh. Am I getting mated? That's wild. That's wild. I am getting mated. This is bizarre. This is bizarre. I'm playing some very good moves, though. I can't believe I got that. That was wild. That was an insane game. We'll definitely take it, though. And the best news of all is that now we're finally going to get a bird game. I've been waiting all day for the bird. All right, e3, come on, let's get it going. Bishop e5. Most people just allow us the chop. They don't even think twice about it. And we get this fantastic structure here. It's time to go. Got these great pawns here. c4, that's a good move. It's gambiting a pawn, though. Just king h1. He's going to play knight g4. Right here, if we take, he plays knight f2. He plays knight f2. Things get a little tricky. We could also play d4, and his knight is just bad. Takes knight f2. Yeah, I don't have enough compensation there. Let's just play d4 here. He has enough problems now with his other pieces. There. Okay, well, yeah, let's first kick the knight out, and then I'm going to play knight d2. I want to cover the square to make sure that I can push the bishop out and not allow it into e4. There. All right, I'm taking the pawn then. It's definitely time to go. So here he wants to play bishop e4. Play knight e3. Attack the bishop here. Yeah, what is going on here? Play c3. If he plays c5, I can play d5. I guess he could play c4 here, but then I play a4. I think I'm a bit better. c4. That's a good move. That's a very good move. But okay, here, what do we do? c4 takes. No, that's not going to work. Let's just take here. It's not ideal, but it'll do. We play knight g5 here. This rook is going to be hanging here. I need to be very careful about this position. I want to play knight g5 and queen h5, but that doesn't do the job. Play queen e1. b3, going to try to play c4. Rook d3. I'm not sure how much worse this is. He might be better with the bishop pair, but this bishop is dead. This is confusing stuff. I don't know who's better here. Okay, now we finally play knight g5. We can finally do it, guys. Thinking about taking on e4, might play queen h4. Really, we don't know yet. There. We take e4 now? Yeah, I'm just going to go for it. I can't have the worst bishop here. There's no way. This bishop is ugly. It's really ugly. He is going to get some play against it with rook d3, though, isn't he? All right, let's get the bishop out of the way. Just put the bishop on g1. Long term, I need to think about creating a weakness over here with something like a3 and b4. Okay, there. We'll take. If he plays rook d2, I have rook f2. Gotta continue playing quickly. Okay, g4 I like. Just getting the king in. Trying to get the king involved. Let's take here. This is going to be a very ugly pawn here long term. And also now, importantly, if he ever plays f6, I can respond with e6. He's never going to be able to crunch to get this bishop out. There. I don't see what that does. Let's play rook e1. Could always play rook e2 now. I have to keep playing quickly. I'm going to take on d3 next. Also keeping his bishop out of h4. Let's throw in this check here. Bishop e3 is better. Yeah, king e2, I'm dropping the pawn. I didn't realize that. Rook c3, I have rook d1. And I can go for his pawns. All right, let's play king e2 here. Rook c3, I have king d2. Play a3, gonna try to play b4. There. No, that's not gonna be good. We have e6 here. Rook d1. So I'm technically down a pawn, but I think I have full compensation here, actually. Rook b7. His bishop is worse. His bishop is 100% worse. All right, what are we going to do here? Let's play a4. This is a very weird position here. Maybe I have to take the draw, but I didn't want to take a draw here. I gotta catch up on time, though. That should be my main priority here. All right, It's a very lukewarm game. But okay. We only lost 3 points there, not the end of the world. Definitely not the end of the world. People keep playing this against me. I gotta figure out what to do. Oh, well, no, this is actually different. This is different than the other thing that I saw. Okay, well, here, we could just play e4. Yeah, I remember this. If knight takes, I have queen a4 check. Bro is in a lot of trouble. I'm playing d6 here. If he takes, I play e5. Dude walked into the wrong cabbage patch. Dude should have watched where he was going. Let's just take here. Yeah, this looks over. All right, takes. Can't I play knight g5 here? I could also just take on e5. Well, take on e5, he takes back, and he's going to play queen h4. That's going to be a mess. Let's just play bishop c4 here. He takes, I castle. I think this is good. Wait, this is about to get wild. Look at this. Takes if I castle, he plays rook f5, I play queen d3, he takes on c5. Then I take on f4. I think I'm doing okay there. Yeah, this is tough. This is definitely tough. These pawns should be fantastic here. The only question is whether I can get my king out in time and not lose any material. If I'm fully mobilized, this is just going to be a winning advantage here. Easily. Easily a winning advantage. There. Let's just play queen d2. Attack this knight. There. All right, can we play knight e5? Knight e5, takes. Wait, why not knight g5? He's going to play knight d3. Yeah, this is some strange stuff. All right, if I take on b4, he takes on f3. I castle, he takes. That's another really weird position. Knight e5, bishop takes e5. Actually, yeah, let's do it that way. Look at this. Look at what we're going to do. He's going to take on e5, and then I'm going to take on b4, because now he can't open the e-file, and he can't ruin my kingside structure there. So that would be completely fine. Queen a5, all right. Queen a5 is interesting. Man is threatening knight c2. Queen takes c5 is another idea. I think this works, though. I have to castle. I have to just get out of the way. Okay, here can I play queen f2? Yeah, queen f2 looks good. Queen is hanging. If he takes on d6, I could play knight f7, but actually bishop e3 looks way stronger. Look at, there's so many threats here. Bishop e3, rook d1, knight f7 still on the table. Knight takes g6 with queen h4 is also very close to working. That's why I think that's going to win the game. I think he's going to play something like queen e7 here. Wait, queen e7 doesn't work, but there. No, this is getting, dude, this is getting way too risky for him. If he plays queen f5, I play g4. Yeah, this is starting there. I don't even see what that, oh, he's trying to get knight c2 in. Bro is being sneaky. Bro's got to stop being so sneaky, though. Bro needs to read the rules. How are we going to do this? Let's play queen g3 here. Hopefully this works. I don't even know if this works or not. Maybe he could play queen f... Well, here, don't we have knight f7? Yeah, this should be good. Takes. He takes that way. There, okay, that's interesting. He's going to play e2. Yeah, what are we going to do here? Let's play rook d1. Very weird stuff ahead. I guess I'm technically down material. I miscalculated this, but whatever. We'll figure it out. That's how these things go. We'll take, no, that's a mistake. Queen c3. Dude is definitely in the dragon's den now. Rook e1, bishop g4, I have h3. And push the bishop out. There, b4, the bishop is almost trapped here. All right, here we go. Here we go. It's time to go.
Time to go!
Another bird win, 2850. Let's keep it going. The classic question, does this man have a name? Nope, no name. No name. I'm not playing the, guys, you're gonna have to leave it in the comments. If you want me to start playing the bird bozo, I'll play the bird bozo again, but you gotta let me know in the comments. Well, here we play e4, because he can't play d5 here. Whole horse fly defense is based around knight h6, knight f5. He has to be able to play d5. He can't play d5, his opening is a joke. Take bozo back to the circus. because that opening is a complete clown show. Yeah, this is some strange stuff, but I mean, ultimately I'm playing up a piece. I'll just need to play h3 next to lock the knight out for good. Maybe he'll try f5. It's a weird position for sure, but the knight just looks so silly. I can't be worse here. What flag is that? That's some Southeast Asian flag. Haiti. Okay, that's I got that wrong. That's not a Southeast Asian flag. Haiti's in the Caribbean. There. All right, let's play bishop e3. If he wants to take, he can take. He wants to play b4, he could play b4. I'll play knight a4 there. Not the end of the world. Yeah, this looks fine. Like, he's just trying to delay the inevitable. Eventually, the fact that his knight is so bad is going to cost him a lot. It's going to cost him dearly, frankly. Queen d2. If he plays queen a5 after queen d2, that looks a little annoying. Maybe I should just play rook b1. But rook b1, he plays queen a5 anyway. This is a little annoying. Wait, queen d2, queen a5, I have rook c1. Yeah. All right, let's just get the rook out of the way. Let's put the rook on c1, then I can finally play b3. Yeah, what a joke. He's finally fixing his knight. After a long avail. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. There's some type of, is it after a long await? To no avail. I just can't speak English anymore. All right, here, I assume this is going to be good for me because I'm just breaking through his structure. He has several pieces that are just clearly not ready for this type of break. This was my intention here. Normally you're not going to get this in the bird, but because my opponent chose to put his knight on a bozo square, that's what bozo gets. Bozo gonna boze. There. Okay, that's not good. Let's play. He's really hoping for me to take here. Let's just play b3. Just first safeguard this pawn. If he ever takes here, though, I can take on c5. So he has a lot of issues to solve. Let's play g4. Just push the bishop back. Knight g5. Continue pushing. Dude is in a lot of trouble here. There. Okay, wait. What are we doing here? He's going to play knight d4 soon. This is getting a little annoying. Let's take and then play knight e4. I'm going to bring my knight over to g5. If he plays knight d4, that looks risky. My kingside is ultimately getting blown up, but at the same time, he's just down. He doesn't have any pieces that are active, so I don't think I could be that much worse. Right, let's take here. Should we take first or what? Or should we play knight g5? Yeah, let's play knight g5. Ask his queen some more questions. Yeah. Ultimately, like, I just don't think his pieces are too bad for this to go anywhere. Let's just play queen. Oh, we can't play queen d7. Okay, I'll take here. Queen c7, I have knight f3. Knight c7. Now let's play queen d7. Yeah, we got to bully a queen trade. My king is really weak here. We got to be very careful. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, my pieces are so active that my weak-looking king is not much of a problem. If I hadn't played g4, this position would be a lot simpler to play. I wouldn't have to so stressfully try to trade queens here. Like, if his queen ever shows up over here, I'm just dead lost. So that's why we got to be very careful about this. There. All right, let's take on e7. Just grab some pawns. All right, there. We could definitely play rook d7 here. He can take and then fork me in two ways, but his knight is also going to be hanging, which is what's going to save me. Well, yeah, we can take on f7 first. If he takes, I take. Okay, there. We play rook f1. He's just losing here. Nice. This is I'm on a really good streak. This is going fantastically. We could just take here. Oh, and no, takes actually is a little tricky. Let's just play check. Get the knight to f5. There. Yeah, GMs are very good. GMs are very good at just putting up a fight. Like, at the end of the day, I got to remember that GM is the best title in the land. Luckily for me, I'm going to win no matter what because I'm just up 2 pawns and I have a huge time advantage. All right. He put up a lot of resistance, though. All right, 28-27. Actually, should I... what game is this? That's the 3rd game? Okay, we'll play one more game. Let's see how high we can go. Let's get some more Pirc. Don't know the Pirc. Should probably stop playing the Pirc, but we're playing the Pirc. Okay, well there. So bishop d3 is an interesting system. It's aimed with preparing a possible... What is it? I thought it was aimed with playing a King's Indian setup, so I'm actually a little bit confused as to what this guy is doing with this. If he wants to play King's Indian now, this doesn't make any sense. All right, here, we could play knight d7. I like this. Just putting pressure on d4. Let's play a5, just gaining some squares. Play a4. I don't even know what's happening here, but it looks interesting. a3. Now this could be cool. Takes. All right, I'm just taking. I don't. To be clear, I have no idea what I'm doing. Don't try this at home. I'm just playing moves that look good and they turn out to be working. All right, so here we could definitely take. They take. We play knight b4, bishop b1. I don't really have anything yet though. All right, let's take and play knight b6. This is looking good. Okay, honestly, it's just looking weird. He has a center, but he also has a weak pawn on a2. My pieces seem to have enough scope, so I think it's okay for me. I definitely have to be careful, though. Let's do, well, rook a4, he plays bishop b5. I need to figure out a way to pressure this more. Let's play d5. Threatening d takes e, also threatening knight c4. Yeah, we have to make him commit to some color, right? If he commits to dark squares, then my pieces are going to get light squares, and vice versa. Those are the rules. You could play queen c1. Queen c1 is a very good move. There. He's going there. Okay, that's a little cheesy. Wait, can we take on d4? Takes on d4, knight takes, takes. That works. I'm wondering, though, can I take on f3 first? Because takes, then I take on d4. Okay, wait, why don't we just take on d4 here? Am I missing anything? Knight takes, I take there. Queen take. Yeah, this is working. Very tricky stuff. So much of just being successful in blitz just comes down to blitzing out almost every move except for the moves that you are certain of. All right, so here, yeah, this is no problem for me because he doesn't have knight g5 here. He could play knight h5. Yeah, he could get a draw. Knight h5, I'm going to have to take the draw. Not the end of the world, though, ultimately, because it's... Yeah, I assume he's thinking about it. I think he has to play knight h5. Maybe my other option was better than maybe I was supposed to sack on f3 first, but that was a weird structure. Yeah, I don't know what he's thinking about. Well, there... That's interesting. Well, no, here we play queen b6. Now I'm looking right at this. I guess he plays knight e4. This is getting tricky. Am I just losing after knight e4? I am losing after knight e4. My dark squares. My dark squares are just getting run over here. I did not see this. I was already accepting it. I was expecting it to be a draw here. I didn't understand how weak my dark squares were. All right, is there anything I can do here? We could play f5, he plays knight... No, this is just completely over. All right, we'll do this. This looks completely over though, guys. I'm sorry to say, it looks like I'm losing. If I take, I'm getting mated. I guess I have to do this. Yeah, I gotta play better. This is a classic rule of chess though. As soon as you notice you're playing well, you're gonna start playing badly. It's a classic rule. These videos I make for instructional purposes. All right, we'll resign here. We'll resign here. It's time to go. We gotta ring it back. All right. Hey, we're playing this. I played this guy before. I played this guy last video. We're 2-2. Bird's defense. I think, yeah, now that I think about it, I wrecked this guy before. I pecked this guy, I should say. He could play d5. d5 is probably the best move in this position. There, no, that's not good. Bro is asking to be pecked now. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that against the Bird Master and live to tell the tale. e4? Yeah, this works, because knight takes, we play c3, and then we're going to get this knight here. Yeah, dude, okay, we're just getting the knight. This is a classic trick. Queen a4 will win. Yeah. Yeah, guys, I don't sell my course often, but when I'm pecking GMs this easily, I do like to remind you, if you want to peck GMs like this, you can get my course in the description to these videos. All right, we'll play queen b3 here, just up a piece. I probably shouldn't be resting on my laurels just yet. It ultimately still is a complicated position, but I am up a piece here. Should be technically winning. Let's play c4 to get the knight to c3. Get the knights out. You know, these pawns are really misplaced here, so he has some compensation. It should be winning for me, but he does have compensation here. There. Is he playing e4? Yeah, let's keep the game closed. e4, I'll play knight g5. Yeah, this is getting a little complicated, actually. Maybe knight d4 is better. We need to blockade these dark squares. If he plays c5, he's weakening the d-pawn. There. That's a fantastic move. I am running into some trouble here. I did not play this correctly. We'll play knight c2. I got to keep an eye on these squares. If he plays queen h4, I have time for h3. I'm not in any trouble there yet. I could also take here. Takes, bishop takes, I take on e4. Yeah, what's better here? h3, queen g3. No, that doesn't do anything. h3, knight f6. If I take on g4, yeah, we'll take on g4, then he's going to play bishop e2 at the end there. So that's not that simple. h3, queen g3. No, h3, queen g3 does nothing. h3, knight f6 is what I was worried about. But then he's moving his pieces back. I shan't have anything to complain about there. Knight f6, he's threatening bishop h3. Okay, yeah, we actually do need to be a little careful here. Let's play knight d5. Or knight b5 makes more sense. And just keeping an eye on these squares, right? He doesn't have bishop h3 and queen g3 any longer. This is very weak. I'm sure he doesn't want to play knight e8. It looks like he has to play knight e8, but he definitely doesn't want to. Yeah, this is some tricky stuff. Maybe... I'm not sure if I had anything better, honestly. Like, just the nature of the position was that I'm up a piece, but he does have some practical compensation there. I don't see what that does. I can just take with the queen, can't I? I must be missing something. Oh, I guess he's going to be playing rook e8 there. Well, okay, wait. Can I just take with the bishop? Take with the bishop. He takes on h3. I play bishop f2. He has nothing there. Let's do it that way. There. All right, I'll just play bishop f2. If he wants, he can take the bishop. I have too many pieces covering this d4 square. He's not going to get a trick there. This isn't Halloween, buddy. It's no trick-or-treating today. Okay, here let's play knight d4. Takes. There, no, nothing. Yeah, and we're going to get the knight around to f3. Got to be careful, though, right? He has c6 here, but I can always figure out everything. Yeah, let's get the knight out of the way. If he wants, he can take on f4, but I take on c7. He's just desperately trying for some tricks here, but he's really running out of tricks. He does have the dark squared bishop at the end of the day, but I don't think that's that consequential. I'll just get my king to a light square. A light square eventually, not right now. We got to watch out for bishop d4, though. Let's just keep on watching out for bishop d4. That's his only trick. I got to hurry up as well. What am I doing? Here I am chit-chatting. I got to play quicker. Bishop f1, I'm just going to get the knight out of the way next. Takes. All right, where are we going? Let's play knight d4. I gotta just play quickly. Oh, he takes here. That was silly of me. That was very silly of me. But okay, actually we're still doing okay, but we gotta play very quickly. There. Let's play queen f3. Oh man, are you kidding? I can't believe he got me. I was up a full piece and he got me.